know you gonna listen.
To who, Ma? Huh? To you?
Who is you, man? I ain't seen you in like a decade. It's not what I expected.
What did you expect?
What's up, everybody, and welcome to ReelTime for the real everyday movie fan. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And today we're giving you a real-time review of Moonlight. Let's jump right into it. I'll start off first.
Okay.
Moonlight was pretty freaking awesome. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5, okay.
I
Positives.
mean, positives. God, the performances. Mm-hmm. I mean, for a lot of newcomers, except Mr. Ali, can't pronounce his first name, I'm very sorry. He was great in this movie. I mean, the most thing I can say about this cast and their performances is it felt so real.
Everything is very real, yeah.
Everything was so real, like their performances. There was no over the top. It was kind of like Spotlight, where everything was very subdued and a very grounded, very grounded performances. And I appreciate those kind, because those kind of movies for me, you can fully get sucked into even the world or the story even more. And I loved it. And even the guy who played the main guy you see in the trailer, who plays the main character, he's
who I thought legitimately was 50 Cent.
He really
I
did.
was like wow. Like, I didn't know he could act, and I didn't know he'd do a role like this.
His name is Trevante Rhodes. He plays Chiron. His nickname was Black. A bunch of other things. He was phenomenal. And even then, some of the younger kids who played this character, Chiron, the teenage version of him, and the kid version, they were just amazing. I can't say how much this cast was so well done. If there was an ensemble cast, I'd be rooting for this cast. Yeah. Like an ensemble word cast, like if there's some awards to do that.
Or how was the story for you?
For me, I actually enjoyed the story. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. It's just how the film is. It is definitely 3 acts. Mm-hmm. It is a legitimately 3-act movie, very artistically done in that sense, and I enjoyed it. The overall, the story overall, it's kind of like Boyhood in a sense.
It's very much like when I saw the poster, I was like, oh crap, they're ripping off Boyhood, because it says a story of a life. This is the story of a life. I'm like, oh, we're just gonna go through them like this is Boyhood. Then I saw the movie, and it's it's definitely its own movie.
It is its own movie, but as far as
it is similar.
It is similar as far as going from timepiece to timepiece. It's still an overall arc to the story and meaning to it. Mm-hmm. And for me, the meaning was very well clear, that you can't really escape who you truly are, no matter how much you try and what you do. You are who you are, and you can't run from it, and you just have to accept it. To me, that was the overall story arc of the movie, and it is, in a sense, also a coming-of-age movie, and I really appreciated that.
For me, definitely the performances.
Score?
All 3. Oh, my score, I probably 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's good for him.
The performance is definitely great. All great. Mahershala Ali, right in the beginning, I thought was doing just Oscar-worthy stuff. Very different from I haven't seen Luke Cage yet, but I've only seen him in Free State of Jones, where which you haven't seen.
He was good in Luke Cage too.
You haven't seen Free State of Jones, but he's a very different character in that. He's he's a former slave. He's very sort of subdued person, whereas in this he's the kind of different. I don't want to spoil too much, but Mahershala Ali was great. Naomie Harris was great, and the three kids who I didn't buy as much as you did. Like, you were like, oh, it was seamless. I was like, no. When they go to the second to the third, it's kind of very different. But they were all great, and wonderful direction. This director is going to go places.
He did.
Camera angles and stuff, as far as like the way he told the story.
But just how you sit there telling the story, making you feel like you're in the world.
Telling the story,
director's job.
through not even like the stuff that may be in the script, but like just certain times where he just lets the camera linger on something, or he goes without sound oddly, or there's certain things that play in reverse, or there's the director, I think, this is an auteur's film. This is definitely a film for someone who's going places, and it's a character study. I mean, and this film doesn't make any judgments about anybody.
No,
this is really fascinating in the way that it. Again, not the first film to present people who are probably pretty bad people. Some of the characters in this movie are pretty bad people who you don't judge, and it's not the first film to do something like that. It's not the first film to really do a lot of this stuff, but it just does it very well. Mm-hmm. And you don't. There's characters. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's characters who are doing things that relate to other things that are going on in the movie that you should really hate them for, but they're just people. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like about the film. It's just kind of it's just kind of about people. It's just kind of about people doing things, and it's just sort of a character study. And it's not meant to judge on any acts, on anything. It's just showing you what is. And negatives, go ahead. Negatives.
Me, for negatives, kind of how Boyhood, when it just kind of ends.
Yeah.
To me, but I felt like kind of a complete meaning. Where this one, when it ends, it kind of ends in a weird,
well, that's,
in a
you
weird
stole
way.
mine because
Sorry, go ahead.
Go
ahead that one.
I had walking out of the theater. I had a much bigger problem with that than you did. I was kind of complaining about that.
And that was a small one for me, so I'll let you elaborate.
You know, if you guys have seen the movie, if you're watching this, if you've seen the movie, or if you come back to this review after seeing the movie, you might, you know, be like, oh, dude, you can't even see what that ending's all about. You know, I mean,
and I do see it. But
I mean,
still...
and I maybe, and that could be true, and share what I mean, your impressions on the ending. But I mean, for me, it was just like, wait, what? Like, I felt like it was building towards something. And I mean, like, I have a certain impression when it comes to storytelling, and that comes from my studies and stuff. This is, you know, how you end a movie, and it just sort of felt like a Coen Brothers movie where it does not end. They're just like, like the film ran out, and it was just like I wanted to see some more conclusion to the character's arc. I mean, there's things about this character that are left up in the air that you wonder if they're going to happen or not, and it just. There's certain things that it leaves up in the air that are good, but there's other things that it leaves up in the air that I could have definitely stood to learn more about. I don't know. I walked away from this film thinking, well, that was a really fascinating ride, but what was it all about? What's it really all about? I mean, you definitely shared your ideas on that, but I feel like there could have been something more to that ending. I feel like, yeah, there. I mean, as our director definitely had an artistic intent by ending the film where he did, but I feel like even with whatever intent he had, he could have done a little bit more. He could have done a little bit more.
You still recommend the movie?
I still recommend the movie for people. If you just want to go see a film about just people, just people living their lives and in certain circumstances, you know, it doesn't ask you to judge any of the characters. It doesn't ask you to be. It just asks you to observe and see what life is like.
Humanity is like almost
humanity
in a natural
like, really,
setting.
In a natural setting. So that's my strength for this movie, and that's what I would recommend.
This movie's going to get big, at least for sure. I would say screenplay and Best Picture nominations for sure. At least for sure, Best Picture nomination. I mean, this one really has it. I highly recommend this movie. I've said it many times. I have a special place in my heart for independent films. I love going to see them. And this one really did it for me. I really loved it, and I will say, like I told him, like I said it before in the scene. To me, the overall message wasn't necessarily the storyline, or like the circumstances that happened to this character throughout the movie. It's the overall arc of you can't hide or escape from who you truly are. You have to embrace and accept it, and that's how I feel like the ending was, in a sense. Even though I would agree, I would like to have it a little bit more at the end, added to it to kind of. Made it a little more over the top. I keep saying that, but all right. So check it out, please. If it's in your theaters anywhere in your cities, please check it out. We think you will really enjoy the film.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do this for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of Moonlight? If you've seen it, and if you have not, are you encouraged to see it now? Please leave your comments in the section below. And also, if you like what you watch, then please click like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see more of our various content in the future. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.